Hi, it is iYikkam time again. So I make this video somewhere in Southeast Asia. So what happened is that in the recent few days there are discussions in the Wing Chun forum on the art which is like throwing the arm, power generation this way. Is it Wing Chun or it is not Wing Chun? Okay, and a few things rises. So I like to share with you on my view on two things. Okay, number one, this is a modern society. Wing Chun is a technical issue. If one want to discuss and disagree with, one present evidence and scientific analysis instead of saying that, hey, I'm gonna meet you, prove to me your skill. Those just being looked at as very not professional, and it is subject to what? Cross the line in the legal systems. Okay? So this has to be watched out. Be professional, show evidence, scientific analysis. Don't put one as God. And watch out for legal system. Okay? We don't want to step on other people's ground or cross the line, and we do not need other people to cross our line because the law is there. Disregard of who is the best fighter or not best fighter. The law is law. The legal is legal. Okay? So that's number one. So if one want to discuss with me, disagree, I'm welcome, provided you provide evidence and scientific analysis, because that is the only way to have a constructive for Wing Chun. Otherwise, what's the big deal? Oh, I can beat you, you can beat him for hundreds of years. What is all this you beat me, I beat you thing contribute to Wing Chun? Okay, just look at the history. The second thing, is that simple or that difficult to know that whether this type of stuff, power generation, this kind of art is Wing Chun or not? Well, actually it's very simple, extremely simple. If you know the 1550s definitions of Chinese martial arts per General Chi Chi Kung time. Okay? So as in my other video, it said what? It said 长拳变势 in Mandarin. Long fist, you change the momentum. 短打不变势. Short strike, you do not vary the momentum entry. Okay? So I'm going to show you what it is. Okay? Say this is my opponent, and I'm using long fist. The 变势, okay, the 变势 or the change of momentum, the 变势 or the change of momentum, meaning that I'm going to strike from here, attack from here, attack from here, and attack from here, attack from here, and attack from here. I go all around all the way. It's called 变势. And in this long fist range, what is the critical? Is the footwork. Okay? This is called long fist momentum zone. Footwork is the #1 key critical, because the person need to change the momentum. If I enter here, I cannot do it. I'm going to go from sideways, or I'm going to go from behind. So the footwork is the key, the soul of the long fist zone. That is what the soul of 长拳变势, long fist change momentum. And of course, the power generations and the momentum handling come with this, because this is a long fist zone. Now, 短打不变势, or the short strike do not vary the momentum. Okay, so what does that mean? Short strike is this close. It doesn't go, it cannot go from all the different sides. It has to play here, has to play here. Okay, That is what the Chinese mean 短打不变式. The short strike do not vary momentum. It play here. Okay? Now, the power generations and the momentum handling of this is different than here. So, the key in this long fist fighting is the footwork, the soul. The key in this short strike fighting is the torque handling. That's why the Shaolin has the 接转轮反, all the joint changing and spinning. Okay, that's how it come in. Now, Wing Chun is a short strike art. That's why we have the wooden dummy, we have the Mai San, or getting stick to the opponent. And because of that, as we know, in this short strike art, the key, the soul is the torque. Wing Chun have to develop that. Again, long fist is your footwork, okay? Because you need to go from multiple angle and so forth. Short strike is over here, it is the torque, it's the soul. Now, tell me, how is standing there or walking with this type of generations be able to fight here in the short strike art? It can, okay? And also, what Wing Chun are we practice? If we have no idea that at this close it is the torque but in the Cham Kyu and the Biuji which we need to develop. What Wing Chun are we develop? What Wing Chun Kung Fu do we have? Okay? It is very simple. If one have no idea that this 长拳变式 短打不变式, one really practically don't practice Wing Chun. Because Wing Chun is expert in this second zone. Okay? So saying this is just a very basic. It got nothing to do with who can beat me or I can beat who. This exists 500 years ago. And it fit to the impulse momentum theorem. You want to play this far? Your footwork. You want to play this close? Your torque. Have you developed that? Got nothing to do with me. That's law of physics. And there's Chinese martial arts mapped into the law of physics. Now, another thing. People sometimes thinking, oh, I have Jing. Let's stand this far, Chi Sao and Jing. Because of Jing, I can have a weaker body to handle the bigger guy. Is that true? The Jing, the Chi flow and everything? No, it is not. You never want to believe that. What you want to know is like in Judo. They do a full analysis in the impulse momentum theorem already. If you have a smaller body, you want to influence a bigger guy, you better stay close so that your momentum can influence. So that your momentum can influence the bigger guy. Okay? That's impulse momentum theorem. You look at Judo, when they take down and so forth, they stay close so that the impulse they are generating or the momentum they are generating, the weaker guy is generating, can transfer to the bigger guy, have an advantage. Okay? If the smaller guy is standing here saying that I have the chi power and force power and jing or whatever, it's violating impulse momentum theorem. Have you seen those people in Olympic do this kind of thing? Or like in the Judo, they do this kind of further and handling the big guy, or they go in to maximize their impulse or momentum handling. So one need to be scientific and need to be smart. Instead of getting all this chi, this jing, this mysterious Chinese stuff where one have no idea what it is. Okay? If you look at judo, judo, soft. Judo meaning the way, the soft way. That is how Wing Chun is, the soft way, like judo. Wing Chun is not like other art, like you practice the set slowly and softly. Wing Chun is not that. Wing Chun soft is equivalent to the Jiu-Jitsu or Judo soft, close in, handling the big guy. Okay? Get that straight. Instead of getting this Taoist and all this kind of thing, internal everything. What internal? Look at why is all these Chinese martial arts did not even can get into Olympic. Look at it. Okay? So this is to share with you. We need to be smart. We need to be professional. Only that way we have future. And only that way we save our time of training, we become more effective and efficient. If you're keeping training this type of stuff, you're not going to be able to do the 长拳变式, the changing angle and all this kind of stuff. You'll not be able to do this, to play in the short strike. Okay? So how is that Wing Chun? Now, if you're keeping doing this kinds of jing and so forth, you're not going to be able to handle the big guy. Because impulse momentum theorem. Look at judo, jiu-jitsu, they do it. Where have you seen big guy like or small guy in the internal can really in the real match can handle the big guy? Okay. So this is to share with you today. It's the time to get professional. There's no room for those. I'm better fighter. I can beat you. So it's my say. Got nothing to do with anybody's skill. You violating the law of physics, you're not going to go anywhere. So you can brute force. Or I'm bigger, I'm 500 pounds. I'm going to beat somebody who's 100 pounds. Or I'm 18-year-old, I'm going to beat somebody who's 80-year-old who couldn't even walk. Big deal. Is that Wing Chun? It is as simple as this. One do not need to spend decades joining cult or wasting life on this kind of thing. So this is to share with you today.